Hey family, we back. I don't know why it's saying the internet is running low.
Mm.
Hey family, we
All
back.
right,
How
we in.
y'all doing? I don't we in, but it's reading that the internet isn't the signal isn't good. I don't know what's going on with the
But the internet is good here. That's interesting. The internet's good here. It's just not good here. Something's funny going on.
and it's looking like the internet isn't good.
Yeah, it's looking kind of funny. You want to do it again? Let's start it over.
Hey Mike, God
Hey,
bless you.
Mike.
We're about to start it over because
Yeah,
it's
it's
starting to
looking
look
kind of
it
funny.
looks clearer. Can y'all see me? I hate that this even has to be a conversation.
It's a Facebook thing. I'm almost sure of it.
Hey family, how
What's
you doing?
happening?
God bless you, Kendra.
Let's go. Uh-oh, everybody jumping on in. Let us know if you
Yo.
guys can see us well. If you can see us well, say, hey, I can see you very well. All right, let
Excuse
me
me.
know if you can see us clear. If you can hear us well, let me know.
Hey, family.
Yes, but it's not clear. Somebody else tell me, are we clear? Are we not clear? Can you hear us well? Can you hear us well? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear us. Put that in the comment section real quick.
We'll do readings, hon. Now the prophetic, that's my mainstay. Readings.
What's a
That's
reading? I want them to tell me what that is. I can hear. Hall Stiffen. She said, yes.
Stephen.
Stephen. Okay. I can see and hear well. Okay. All
Thank
right.
y'all.
Cool. We was just doing a mic check. 1 2 1 2.
God
Listen.
bless y'all. Thank you.
As everyone knows, we do prophesy and we prophesy well. Those that know, then you know, stay on and maybe we might prophesy. Maybe God might drop something on us to share with what's going on.
Hey, Debbie, how you doing?
She said, oh, okay. I'm hoping that the next relationship or this relationship is doing well at this point.
And you, Kendra, you came on to the right live because we talking about relationships a little bit on tonight. In the area of seeing the favor of God through people, through relationships. Um, the issue inside of seeing the
Oh,
favor
wow.
of God through relationship has everything to do with when you connect to the right one that God has for you, that things begin to open up inside of your life. Does that make sense? I had two children. That's so unfortunate. I hate to see that. I am so sorry that you're going through that. Thank you, family. Hey, Mike, Charmant, God bless you. Bobby,
Hey, let's
Tyrone in
go.
the house. Debbie, God
Let's
bless you.
go.
Prophet Nick, what is up? What is up? What is up, you guys? How y'all doing on tonight? Take the time to share. But you came in on the right one because the favor of God rests upon relationships and the proper relationships. And as I said, now I'm not a reader,
But we're gonna
I'm an apostle in the Lord's church. I have the ability to prophesy and
absolutely.
know things are not supposed to know because God is all sovereign and He's all knowing and He's everywhere at one time. So He sees stuff and He reveals it through His prophets. Oh, I hate to hear that. We love you too, family. Well, I pray that this word of the Lord finds you well on tonight about the favor of God.
Yeah, because it's gonna. If anything, this will make you feel good, as well as just so that
Prophet.
everyone knows, we do have a church. We have been on Zoom. We will give you the Zoom link. We are inside of a tremendous series where people are growing and seeing huge benefits. The name of the series, I almost don't want to tell you the name of the series. Like, I almost don't even want to tell you the name of the series, right? But this series has been blessing people financially. It has been absolutely explosive at our church. We're talking checks in the mail. We're talking only the miracles of God. New cars, new houses. It just is what it
new
is.
Jobs, establishment, all of that's happening at Kingdom at Hand right now.
Those that have gone to Kingdom at Hand that know, someone let somebody else know what the name of the series is. And then if it intrigues you, I want you to come on through. Because the truth is, when you're going through something like this, you definitely want to have more of a community around you. You never want to be by yourself inside of something like this. In fact, we have just on this past Sunday had someone join us that's going through something very similar. So please go ahead and join us. I definitely want to see you there on Wednesdays and Sundays. And
that's right.
I mean, we got all types of days and things. So anyway, let's go.
We have a special service coming up for those that are in Chicago, November 13th, Sunday, November 13th, 3:30 p.m. in Chicago on 63rd Street. Y'all want to meet us in person? Come on out. We've been ordained apostles now for 7 years, and we're having our Jubilee service in the Apostolic. It's going to be a service for the books, y'all. All of our spiritual leadership is coming out. We'll probably be presented with new papers and everything. It's going to be powerful, power-packed evening. It's everything around us is blooming and turning green, and so we're going to celebrate that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And if you are around us, you will have the same benefits. So join us at that. Man, this service is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Join us at that service. All right. If you're going to be there, thank you. She said, I will be there. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Those that can make the travel up to Chicago, you will not believe the benefit of God that'll happen for you if you make the trip. So go ahead, make the trip. We do believe in that. You got it. Proximity is everything. All right. So we're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about favor. We're going to talk about the blessing of the Lord that will make you rich and add no sorrow. We're going to talk about those things. But before we do, please do me a favor by sharing this directly to your page. That's number one. Share it to your friends and family members inside of their inboxes as well as in a text message. All right. Also, go ahead and be sure to share this message on your groups, your network groups, all of that type of thing. All right. I do believe that it'll benefit many different people.
Amen. Yeah, we're Chicagoans.
She said she lived here.
Raised in Chicago, living in the southern region.
Suburbs.
So yeah, we have children. We have 3 kids, two children in high school and a baby that's in grade school.
Oh yeah. And everyone go ahead and tag some people to this broadcast right now. Just go ahead and start tagging some people to it. Those people you want to see blessed, tag them to this broadcast real quick.
Yes. I hope. Come on, bars. Don't fail me now. Come back up.
Don't fail me now.
Because I'm not sure why this is like what's pulling us the internet that's doing this out here. No. So bear with us, y'all, until we get Wi-Fi. But anyway, y'all, I see you.
Carlos, what's happening? You sending emails right now, bro? How you sending emails and you're on the live? I don't know how he's doing that. Because he's talented.
Switching between the apps, yeah.
Yeah, he's talented, baby. You are talented. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and tag some people to this broadcast. And definitely, Yakendra, you are not alone. We are here to support you and serve you inside of the word of the Lord. And I do believe that if you do know God, you know that he's never going to leave you alone. Okay. So this is a blessing. And I do believe that God is going to bless you as you're here on today. And every time that you come on, you're going to be blessed.
Amen.
Okay, y'all. Let's do it. I remember you inboxing me some stuff, was giving away some stuff. Yeah, we have done many giveaways and we have blessed many people. I was actually just sharing with a coworker of mine about how all last year we were just giving away things, giving away money, giving away purchases, it was just all types of stuff because we believe that that's the way God would want it to be. When you are blessed, you are not blessed just for yourself. You're blessed to be a blessing to others. And as you continue to get older and older and older, your blessings will get bigger and bigger and bigger. All right. So if you believe in that, if you believe in being a blessing to be a blessing, just put inside the comment section, blessed. Just put inside the comment section, blessed. I'm blessed. And I do believe this without a doubt. The more you dedicate and declare and decree the blessing of the Lord over your life, the more blessings are going to come into your life. Why? Because the truth of the matter is, the more you speak, the more you're releasing or breaking down the warfare that has been against your life. The more you write it down, the more you're breaking down the warfare that has been against your life. Let me tell you something. When you say I'm blessed, when you speak it out your mouth, the blessing of the Lord has nothing else to do but to run after you. It has nothing else to do but to run and connect with you. You have to continue to declare and decree that you are blessed more so than Satan is telling you that you're cursed. More so than your mind is telling you that you're cursed. More so than those voices, more so than the voices are able to speak against you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. You need to begin to declare and decree that there's not a weapon that's going to form against you, and there's not a weapon that has formed against you. It's not going to prosper. You need to know that when you know God, he's with you, he's for you, and nothing can be against you. Come on, y'all. If y'all blessed, put that inside the comment section right now. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. And I have the favor of God on my life. I am not stressed. I'm not stressed out. I got bills. I got things I got to do. But guess what? I'm not stressed out about it. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. God is going to empower me to get it done. That's what some of y'all need to be saying. I heard the voice of God just say it just like that. I'm going to bless you so you can get it done. I'm going to empower you so you can get it done. I'm going to give you more time in the day so you can get it done. I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. Somebody needs to hear this. You need to hear this. You need to feel this. There is a vibrant spirit of God that is flowing through this channel right now. It's flowing directly into your living room, into your car, into your bedroom. It's flowing right where you are because God wants you to know that he's for you. He's here to bless you. And he's here to bless you with divine connections. He's here to bless you with divine inspiration. He's here to bless you with divine, honestly, he's here to bless you with divine sight, where you can have insight into what God is doing. You can have revelation. He's here to bless you with that. Sometimes you can do everything that you can do, and then you need God to do the rest. Sometimes you can see everything that you can ever have seen, but now you need God to show you something different.
God bless.
Ask God right now, Lord, show me the blessing of the Lord that maketh rich and add no sorrow. Show me what this looks like. Show me so that I can receive it. Show me, God. You've done it for others. You've blessed others with money. You've blessed others with wisdom. Show me what the blessing looks like. Show me how it is for you to bless me with someone, with, for example, a new husband or a new wife or a new best friend. Show me what it looks like to be blessed when someone comes into my life and they bless my life and I'm not just being used up. How many of y'all get tired of getting used up? Like tired of bad relationships, tired of terrible things, tired of one person going this way, the other person going this way. How many times you get tired of that? The blessing of the Lord is all inside of your relationships. If you ask God to show you, he's going to send you someone. Your job is to nurture the relationship. Come on, let me deal with all the antisocial folk, all the people that be like God, do this and do that. And then you run into your cave talking about something. I'm in a cave season. We're going to bind the cave season up in the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
No more cave season for you. Everyone said, I'm out of the cave. I'm out of the wilderness. My God, all the prophets in the world should be thanking God. You're out of the wilderness. No more eating meager food. No more no. You're
No
out.
more bad relationships.
Come on. All your relationships should be full of love, compassion, grace, and favor.
I literally just talked to our leaders about this. Our leaders that are the driving force behind Kingdom at Hand, and we have some unmarried leaders on the team. We have married leaders and we have unmarried leaders. And so I told the unmarried leaders, number one, it's time to get out the house. Your spouse is not going to come breaking into like, so me man, you wife. Come on. That's number one. Number two, when you begin to up your personal value, I saw this thing and it touched me. It said, once you begin to raise your value, you'll begin to attract at the level that you so here goes. Here exactly. You date at the level of your self-esteem. So once you raise your value, you will get what God has for you, what you're deserving of.
Come on.
Stuff that lacks the spirit of abuse, stuff that lacks the power of neglect and abandonment and negative talking, unfavorable actions, won't protect your purity. All these things, God has someone specific for you, and this person will be a blessing to you. But your first step is starting with you. Deal with your self-esteem, because you date at the level of your self-esteem. You allow people into your life based upon how you feel about yourself. You allow people to do to you based upon the level of your self-esteem. So if they're disrespectful, they get out their neck and have an outer body experience and begin to talk to you, and you allowed it. Self-esteem. And so now we have to begin to raise our value to how God viewed us. You want to know how God viewed us? I'm about to tell y'all right now. Y'all ready? If you're ready, put in the conversation. I'm ready. We have like biblical evidence what God thinks about us. Come on, put in the comment section. I'm ready, Dr. C. I'm ready. If you're ready, say it. Put in the comment section, because I'm going to give y'all what he thinks and then why we shouldn't think lower than what Christ thinks.
Come on, that's it. Deal with your self-esteem. Raise your value. I love it. Deal with your self-esteem. Raise your value. That's it. Everyone's saying, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, I need to see some more of that. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'll raise my values. Come on.
All right, here you go. This is Matthew chapter 13:44, New Living Translation. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure that a man discovered in a hidden field. In his excitement, he hid it again and sold everything he owned to get enough money to buy the field. That means you were a hidden treasure to Christ, that he sold himself for you so he can buy you back to himself. So if Christ calls you a treasure in the scripture, and that's red letters talking, so that's how big you are to him. You're something that's priceless, worthy, a treasure. When I think of treasures, I think about diamonds and pearls and gold. Oh my. If he thinks of you like a treasure, what's wrong with you? Thinking of yourself less than a treasure. Why would somebody treat you less than a treasure? Why won't you get someone that God favors you with, where you're getting favor from that relationship? The favor of God from that relationship, the blessings of the Lord that maketh rich and add no sorrow from that relationship.
Make it rich, add no sorrow. All benefits, no bad stuff. Come on. Why are we lowering ourselves to deal with lower level people? When you know that a person is lower level, you should choose never to deal with them. You should choose to be alone before you deal with someone that is below your level. How many of y'all ever dated someone and you felt extremely shy of them? Let's put it like that. You were like, I mean, I like them, but they are not exactly what I would do, but it's kind of like
but see, you don't understand.
You don't understand like what we got.
So is that your man?
You know what? We were inside of a situation, but You know, the way my life is set up, I had to, you know, deal with the situation. Like, you know how you got to talk around your relationship because you're not exactly proud
of it.
Of that relationship. Don't be with anyone you're not proud of. Don't connect with people you can't be proud of. Don't connect with people that don't look good enough to be around you. Don't feel good enough around you. Why? Because the moment you connect with them is the moment you put yourself on the same level as them. You will agree with whoever you walk with. That's what it is. You will agree with whoever you walk with. Whoever you talk to, that's who you're agreeing with. That's who you're linking with.
And I ain't linking with nothing less than God's best.
Come
because
on,
I
y'all.
want the blessings of the Lord that make it rich in the relationship. I want it to produce the blessings of God. I want my life to be a living oracle of the blessings of the Lord. I don't want anything that doesn't look like the blessings of the Lord. And for those of y'all that are unmarried, you have choices. For those that are married, unless the Lord releases you, and that's between you and your God. You know, you have to work that relationship into a space where the blessings of the Lord are and his provision and his governance and his covering is upon you. But for those that are unmarried, God is literally giving you the paintbrush and a blank canvas and all kind of colors so you can get to making the life that you want. That means the career path you want, the blessings of the Lord that make it rich and addeth no sorrow. That means the educational choices you want, the blessings of the Lord that make it rich and addeth no sorrow. That means the love life that you want, the blessings of the Lord that make it rich and addeth no sorrow. Come on here, the food that you want to eat and the places that you want to eat the food at, the blessings of the Lord that make it rich and addeth no sorrow. This is what you are looking for. Everything else is futile. I refuse to have myself tied in a tizzy with something that doesn't look like my level of self-esteem. I was telling my spiritual sons this today. I saw a post. I'm gonna share it at some point. And it's exactly what I tell my natural son. Now he's not allowed to date yet because he ain't 16. You know what I'm saying? I got a year. Every time I think about it, I have to take a deep breath. My shoulders started hurting instantly, like Josiah be 16 in a year. In a year. In a year, I told him, I said, well, don't let, you know, any girls half love you. If you blink and you getting stuff from your mom, that means girlfriend got to bring it all the way home. Same thing with my daughter. She'll be 16 in 2 years. If your dad is showing you this, don't take anything less than that. Which brings me to the next thought. Parents of children. When you're dealing with your kids, and I'm talking about newborn all the way to you have grandchildren, your children have already procreated. Look, teach them and instruct them in the ways of what it looks like to have a healthy relationship and how they should be loved. Don't allow your son to be half loved by no female.
Come on.
Don't allow your daughter to be half loved by some guy. Don't allow them to have low self-esteem and to accept anything someone is throwing their way inside of their bad character. You instruct your children on what it is they are, what is tolerable and what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have them have that kind of relationship before the Father, something that's presentable that would bring, as an onlooker, the parent is an onlooker, pleasure to you, and as an onlooker for you know, people around them, you know, everyone is in agreement. Folks like, yeah, you know, I see God. Versus, child, that's a hot mess over there. Teach them how to draw in the proper people. Teach them how to draw in the proper love. Why? Because you're a treasure. Come on here. I know this is prophecy. I don't know why I'm saying Facebook user. Walk out into my value stage. Come on. When you begin to walk out into your value, you begin to see life differently. You begin to see love differently, and you begin to execute your authority inside of your life differently because you understand God's favor. Look, I don't feel like Esther walked around the palace with her head down.
Come on. Come on.
And she was kidnapped and brought into the palace. Let's talk about it. Let's talk scriptural truth and biblical basis and biblical archaeology right quick. Excuse me. She was kidnapped. She was a virgin that was kidnapped and brought to a castle, a place she had no knowledge of. Esther 2:8-9 says, I'm looking down at my phone with the scripture on it. So if you see my eyes dropping, looking at my phone. When the king's order and edict had been proclaimed, many young women were brought to the citadel of Susa and put under the care of Haggai. They were kidnapped and brought to the king's little guard. Esther also was taken. Esther was taken to the king's palace and entrusted to Haggai, who had charge of the harem. 9, she pleased him and won his favor. So that means she acted with etiquette. She knew who she was. She behaved in esteem. She already operated in a queenly character, and that pleased the king's underling. How did it please him? Because now she looks like the role. She looks like the queen. She looks like something that's comparable to the king. She looks like rulership. Let me raise this girl up. So this is what happens. Immediately, he provided her with beauty treatments and special food. So all the other girls is eating slop. This girl's eating steak. If you're a vegan or vegetarian, she was eating falafel. She's eating falafel. With the good sauce.
With the good sauce.
With the good sauce. It says immediately he provided her with beauty. So he was bringing her all the fine. Well, this isn't my finest perfume. This is just the perfume of the day. You know what I'm saying? My finest, you know what I'm saying? We got Tom Ford, the private collection. We got all kind of skincare stuff. I'm in a purging skincare situation. We got all kind of Huda and Jacquiana palettes and this and that, right? This is what she's doing. All the finer things in life. He took her from the lowest place and gave her the finer things of life. Somebody put in the comment section, the favor of God in relationships gives me the finer things in life. God uses people to release his favor. I don't, folk be like, God, do it for me. God uses people.
He uses people. Sometimes you got to stop looking for it to fall out the sky and start looking at it for where it's going to come from around you. Like those people that are around you, that coworker that's around you, that look, you may have someone that is your coworker's friend. Don't be afraid to be friends with your coworker's friend. You need to be looking at that. The blessing of the Lord will make it rich and add no sorrow.
Come on. And you need to begin to look at that. If relationships aren't producing the finer things in life, what are we doing?
You in the wrong relationships. If you're not getting the better, you're in the wrong relationship. It's okay to hear the warning of God. It's okay to hear and see black flags, red flags, and just say, you know what? I'm okay. I don't need this in my life. It's okay. It's okay to say no to things that's going to say no to you all your life. Why get married to something that's going to always say no to you all your life?
I have no idea. It's crazy.
Come on, y'all. Don't run into that.
Don't avoid and look at all costs. At all costs. Because it's nonsensical. It's against God's kingdom. Let's go. She says, he provided her with beauty treatments and special food. So she had Baccarat Rouge 540 and Maison Francis Kirkjohn Gentle Fluidity Gold. And she had Killian Princess on her dresser. And all this beautiful things. She had Huda and all that beautiful stuff. Let's read the Bible, not like it's an ancient book. Let's talk about it like it's today, like God is releasing the finer things of life. She had jewels from Tiffany's on her dresser, just all the finer things in life. Now here's what next. It says he assigned to her 7 female attendants.
Wow.
Selected from the king's palace and moved her and her attendants into the best place in the harem.
Wow.
She's in the harem. That means in the group of women that could possibly be the wife, but not exactly the queen yet. So she was put in a position to become the queen around all these chicks, but she had 7 women serving her. Whatever you would like.
I mean, what type of woman do you have to be to have 7 servants? I mean, I just think on that level right off the top.
Pastor.
Hey, Pastor, how you doing? That level alone will change the whole game. Go get 7 assistants. What do you have to do to go get 7 assistants? 7 people to work for you. What do you have to do to go get 7 women to work for you?
I'm trying to think as a woman, what would I need?
I can think of 7 things you need.
Somebody wash my hair and style my hair. Somebody do my hands. Somebody do my feet. Somebody help me with my clothes. Make sure they're washed and ironed. Somebody cook. That's like a chef, because I wouldn't want like, you don't know how to cook, but you tell me something, I can help you in cooking. No. And then somebody to market for me, maybe do my administrations and marketing. And then someone to spill the tea with. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff now, but
but it takes a certain level of woman to even have that. But then it takes a certain level of woman for a man to put so much value in her that he would put 7 women. And here's the funny thing: women think of each other as the same. Men never do that. Men don't think that you are the same. They don't think that you are the same.
Well, okay, explain that. Go into that. We got unmarried women on this live, and we have married women on this live. I've never heard this before.
Really? Okay, so all women are like, well, I got the same thing that she got. No, men don't think like that. Men are looking at you from the top of your head all the way to the sole of your feet. They looking at your insides and your outsides at all times. They looking at how you speak. What do you look at? Why do you look at it? They're looking at your mannerisms. They're looking at what is weird versus what is normal. They're looking at everything. And all women are not the same. If you're a woman on here, just put inside the comment section, we're not alike. And let's just keep it real. Okay, there's a level of beauty in the world, right? Some women are a little more beautiful than others, according to the man. Again, men don't see you all the same. So one of you might be extraordinarily beautiful, whereas the other one is like, wah, wah, wah. So consider if you all had relatively the same amount of beauty, what would separate you then? I mean, right off the top, you're already separated based upon your figure, your body type, how tall or how short you are. You're already separated. Men are looking at that already. You are not the same. Is your lips crusty? Is your teeth right? Do you smell good? Are your eyes light brown, regular brown, green, gold? What you got those hazel eyes? Men are looking at that. Men are looking at, do you got wax in your ears? Do you not have wax in your ears? Men are looking at this. All women are not the same. Do you smell like fishy combat, or do you smell like roast beef? Do you smell like perfume? Come on, long legs, big boobs. See what I'm saying? And to each man, here's the deal with this. Every man may have a type, but if the woman is extraordinary, it breaks the type hold. He might be a booty guy, but he'll turn into a boob guy for you if you the right one. All women are not the same. You are not the same. Your sexual, the way you go after sex, not the same. Every woman is different sexually. Every woman is different how they think of sex. Right? Cucumber, melon,
I
watermelon.
was trying. I
Look.
started smiling because I didn't want to start screaming. I was
Look,
on my way.
and for a man to see value in a woman, it means that her value has to exceed, number one, her physical nature, because she's supposedly the weaker vessel. So as a man, we supposed to be able to do arm wrestling. I'm supposed to beat you. So that's out the window. So that means that we have to get more value from you in other areas. What are the other areas that a man looks for? This is where all the women go ham. This is where all the women go ham. Women, if you are not stronger than the man, then what are you good at without being strong? You're good at being feminine.
Oh, that's a cuss word because women like being masculine.
Yeah, because they felt like masculinity was the first position in life. And it can be, but in the same instance, it doesn't have to be. The game is going to be this. There have been 1,000 women that have thrown down kings, men kings, over and over and over. The strength of a man doesn't necessarily matter, nor does the strength of the woman.
And the funny thing is, what do they say? When you're dealing with the strength of a woman, that you're dealing with the mindset of a man.
Yeah, if you are the strong woman type, then you're the strong man type. Strength. Why do I need your strength? I was made for strength. I beat people up. I throw things down. I kick down trees. I knock down houses. Why do I need your strength? You can't do it faster than me. The average woman is not going to do it faster than the average man. It just is what it is.
I can barely run.
If the wolf is coming,
I'm just gonna lay down and just let it happen. Like, ouch, ouch, ouch.
If the wolf is coming or the big dog is coming, I think you would want a man to fight that dog before you wanted a woman to, right?
No, I don't want a woman.
But there are some ferocious women out there, and we're not here to negate that. All right, we're not here to do all of that. We're just here to simply tell you that all women are not the same. And if we don't look at you from a man standpoint, like, we don't want you pegging us. We're not looking for you to bend us down and take us, right? We're not looking for all that. Most men are not looking. I'm saying most. Obviously, you might have one of those at your house. I don't know. But most men are not looking for that. So what are we looking for? See, you need to be a difference maker. And the only way you can be a difference maker is to know what you are supposed to have greater than everyone else. You're good at being feminine. You're good at being soft with a level of grace that amazes people. You're good at walking around. Your walk intoxicates people, women and men. But if you walk like a slouch and you got this little hump back that you walk or you rocking, it ain't gonna work out. You see what I'm saying? Women should exude confidence. Confidence has a look. It does not look like the bare face.
But men like women to be natural.
After they've seen them taken care of.
Oh.
We do not like lazy women. Laziness is the very thing that causes men to be driven crazy, because women want men to do everything or a lot of stuff. They got all these standards, but they can't keep their head done. They can't wash their face. They got eye boogers all over the place. Men don't want to see that. Men don't, and this is the thing about relationships. As in relationships, that man is going to look at you from the standpoint of, how does this woman support me? Because I don't need her to lead me. I can lead myself. How does she support me? Is she sexual? If you're not sexual, what? I can get a man to do nothing. I need a woman to do something.
Can you break that down? Because it
And
almost sounds
okay,
like
all right.
together.
So let's do this. Women, if you are not sexual, then you're not a woman. And unfortunately, the world has made it that as a woman, you can't be sexual. You gotta hold back. You gotta look real stupid all the time. Men don't like that. Men look at you and say, you're worthless. And they move on immediately because where is your worth at? Your worth is inside of your sexuality. That's the reason why billions of dollars are spent on sexual products, sexuality, women and sexuality. That's a part of what women do. They are supposed to be sexual. When women are not sexual and they become masculine and they stand next to you all masculine, they go to sleep next to you masculine, then what do you need them for? Again, their value is lowered because they are not sexual. All right? I'm just saying, a woman with high self-esteem has mastered her sexual output. She knows how to put out. She knows when she wants it. She's not scared to want you. She's not scared to show you that she wants you. She's a full woman. She's not half of a woman. She's not broken by the last sexual encounter she has. Grown women know how to do these things. Little girls are playing with their sexuality or using it as a control mechanism. Men are not controlled by sex. They'll go get it somewhere else. They don't need you like that. Men don't look at it like that. Women look at it like, okay,
I want a wow man.
A wow man. And that's what needs to happen. So on a level of sexuality, you can do something that a man can't do. Men can't do sexually what women can do. Plain and simple. Men can't pat you up the way a woman can pat you up. I'm talking about feelings, sexual feelings, emotional feelings, willing feelings. It doesn't work. Because if a man starts rubbing on another man, it feels a little funny. And you immediately start to kind of like, man, why are you touching me so much? Get up off me. You know what I'm saying? But this is how a man looks at you. And all women are not the same. There's so many cold women out there, women that don't speak. They look at you, they don't say hi. They act like they the only person in the world that should get some type of look. No, you're not. There's billions of women out here. Be kind. Men are not around because they're kind to one another. That's something that you can do that men don't do.
It's free.
It's free. And it's unfortunate that, you gotta really actually teach women to be women. Women don't understand that there's so many things that a woman does that a man should never do. Like there's 1,000 things I can think of that a man should never do. But as a woman, you should do those things very quickly and easily. That's the reason why the ranking system goes up. If you're lazy in bed, you should leave. Go find someone else that you can do it with, or don't do it at all. There's a ranking system here. A man will immediately be like, oh, that was the wackest head ever. Okay, I gotta go. That woman to do the same thing. Come on, y'all. It's just what it is. Inside of your relationships, you should be considering what's real versus what's fake.
Mm-hmm.
Is this real love or is this fake? When a woman is able to tell you the truth and not be your fan, she's more valuable than the fandom that's outside. This is the ranking system. Honesty. I need a woman that's going to be honest and actually use her brain. so that we can move forward. I don't need a woman that's gonna tell me down with her mouth. I don't need a woman that's good. Like, if you got a mouth that's too much, go hang out with all the other girls that got a lot of mouth. They not gonna have too many men that want to stay around that lot of mouth. It just is what it is, because men don't want to deal with that. Men want women. If you got a lot of mouth, it should be used to make a lot of money then. If the mouth ain't making money, it don't make sense.
CENTS. Oh gosh. And the funny thing is I had to learn that even as a female apostle, I could command stuff in Kingdom at Hand and in the body of Christ. But as it pertains to him, I am not over my husband's head. I do not command anything as it pertains to him. And women in ministry really have to be taught that, because you operate in such a virility in the might of God until you can't bring that into your house like that. You can't bring that into your house.
Yeah, because then you take on the position that you're not supposed to take on. So if you take on the manly position, then what does the man take on? If he's not willing to take on the female position, then he leaves. And he becomes the version of a man that is lost and desperate. Y'all, look, analyze your household. Women, analyze your household. Is your husband desperate? Desperation looks like the weakness of Steve Urkel without the dedication.
Without the, I'm gonna wear you down, baby. I'm wearing you down.
A whole lot of talk, but never get nothing done.
Oh, Jesus.
He's constantly trying to get sex from you, but he don't got enough for you to get the sex. He's not enough man for you. Consider what your relationships really look like behind the scenes. Are you constantly looking like, it's because you've taken on a position and now they're trying to get their position back. And they're trying to get it through you, but it's unfortunate that they don't know that their position doesn't come from you. Your manhood, it doesn't come from the woman that you marry. Your manhood comes from the Lord. When men be like, she's taking over the house, she's doing this, that, and the other, and they whining and crying.
She's taking my manhood away.
She took my manhood. I'll be like, well, then you never was a man to begin with. You was always a eunuch.
That's fighting.
And I call men different words out in the streets all the time. Y'all hear me on the phone when I'm counseling these guys. I don't hold back with these guys. I tell these guys exactly what they need to hear. Yeah, you've turned into a soft piece of turd. Yeah, you garbage. There's a reason why she treats you this way, because you are garbage. You need to let it go, grow up, man up, get your manhood back, but you can't get it through controlling her. She's going to do what she's supposed to do. You probably ain't doing what you're supposed to do. That's why you stupid right now.
And what is the job of a wife? To watch over the affairs of her household and eat not the bread of idleness. So why are you fighting for a position that's over her that she's supposed to do? She's in the mode of doing her job. So your manhood comes from where? Yeshua, not from controlling your wife.
Your manhood does not come from your ego. She's watching over the affairs of her house. You are banding the house together.
And that's even bigger than watching over the affairs, man.
That's your job, is to keep the house together, regardless of if your wife feel like she want to go to Egypt, New Mexico, whatever, and your kids is over. Keep your house together. That's your job, is to win at being at home and taking care of your business at home. What would it look like if a man couldn't build a house out of sticks?
Like we outside in the elements.
Thank you.
Oh gosh. Outside.
Look, you gotta find your way to be a man without the woman. How dare you believe that she's making you into the man? If she made you into the man, then she's your God. See, that's the issue with manhood today. You don't have a definition for who you are. So you lean on someone else hoping to find it. You can't find who you are inside of her. That's the reason why there's levels to the people you get with. If you get with a man that's trying to find out who he is inside of you, he's stupid. And he'll never be a good man to you because he'll be chasing after you like Steve Urkel, but he'll never have the strength to be a real man to you. A man that can lead and help and guide. A man that can build something. He'll never have that. He'll always be that guy that's sniffing up in your butt, hoping to find something.
I ain't got time for that. As a woman, my job inside of my nature, like I said, I have a nature for the body.
I love when y'all talk about me in public.
I have a nature for the body. My nature for the body might be a little blunt and very brazen and very honest.
She's very honest. Her mom is very honest.
My father is too. I was raised in a house where folk didn't hold back. And we would tell each other the truth, just like, well, you ugly. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's an ugly outfit. Why you put that on? That perfume stank. Like, and no one was offended, right? This is just us talking to each other, shooting the breeze. However, I could not bring that nature of to him. It don't work like that. I cannot, because that's not the communication style he was raised up under. And so I had to find myself changing my language to deal with him. Now, as it pertains to Kingdom at Hand, I shoot it how I see it. And I'm a sharpshooter. But as it pertains to being the wife of my husband and be the mother of my kids, and even the nature of being the mother of my kids. Story, quick 2.5. So today, you know, I let my oldest daughter, well, both of my daughters are always in my perfumes. You guys have not seen this massive collection of perfumes that I have. And so I let my daughters in, you know, because I used to do the same thing with my mother's collection. I was always in it, spraying it, blah, blah. That's how I attracted him, because I smell like Vanilla Fields all the time. It's a cheapie, but a goodie. And
it's
so
amazing. I still love it to today.
And so, because he would always say, you smell so good when we were teens, like young teens, like 12 and 13. So I let Kai use my stuff. God bless you, Kendra. And so, I know Kai was in my room this morning because I smelled like a plume of Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I was like, Kai been in here and she's been spraying. She's been in that Tom Ford this morning so she can go to high school. Whatever. I don't care. My thing is always just put it back. Spray as much as you want, how much you want. Just put it back on that dresser. It does not leave this house. It does not leave my room. And so I thought that she had took my Killian I think it's Forbidden Love or something. And because I was like, I don't see it down here. I don't see it. And so when she got home, I was like, you better put my stuff in. You understand? I told you the rule is I don't care what you use, just put it back. I'm gonna stop even using my stuff. Like, you know. And the Holy Ghost said, move the shelf. Now the shelf is about 7 feet tall that sits with my perfume on it. Extremely stealthy and heavy because I have about 300 bottles sitting on that shelf. And when I moved the thing back, what was on the floor? My perfume. I was like, oh, I feel icky. Like, oh God, I just came down the block on Kai. Let me repent to my daughter, because I was wrong. I found it and I blamed her. I gave birth to her. I am Kai's mom. But you best believe I humbled myself in repentance to the person I gave birth to. That's my communication style in this house. She gonna text me, you all right? I told her, sorry. You all right? But, you know, it's just like, we're not gonna set up, you know, offense and have these kids offended and running around and doing too much, because the law of kindness is not setting up on my tongue as a woman.
You know, I don't think parents understand what it looks like to have their child offended with them. What it looks like is your child don't really want to talk to you. they don't really kick it with you. They don't like you. They don't tell you that they don't like you because they respect you.
Or some, because
But yeah, you got some.
they'll be like, forget you, Mom.
Bye, Mom. I hate you, Mom. I'll be like,
we haven't had that,
okay.
but it does happen.
But
oh my God.
when you are doing the right thing and apologizing to those that you do wrong, even if they're your child, they love that whole "I'm offended with you" thing, that whole crazy teenager thing, that whole all of that stuff. That stuff lowers down because they recognize that you're a person and they're a person and they're willing to live with you. That's called love. When you don't put your child inside of an unloving situation, they act loving. When you put your child in a bad situation, they act bad. And I think it's important that we tell people that, because sometimes people be thinking like, why are my kids so bad? Because you're a bad person.
And I refuse.
And I know, ain't nobody told nobody that. They'd be like, how you gonna tell me I'm a bad? I didn't say you were a bad parent. I said you're a bad person. I went directly for you, not for how you deal with your children, just you. The effect is what's happening with your children. Be a good person, and your children will be good too.
Yeah, I love Josiah Kyle too much to put them through the wrangler. And so even though I'm in my apostolic call, I choose not to direct that level of might onto them. And even if I'm upset with them or they done something that's just completely like, what was that? I talk to them in a monotone and make sure my point is across. I'm not playing with you. Anyway, what does it look like me shouting up at a child that's like 5'9"? My son is like way bigger than me. I'm 5'3" out here. I can't be, no. I'm not putting my hands in his face. None of it. I treat them with respect as their mom, because that's a part of femininity, is knowing how to respect a male child. I told y'all earlier, I told my son, don't let no little girl half love you out here. If I'm out here surprising you with Nike sweatshirts and shoes and Jordans and all this and that, baby girl got to take it all the way home.
Come on. She needs to treat you well. I keep telling y'all, these women ain't the same. These men are not the same. They are not the same. Everyone's not on the same level. All men are not created equal. Well, maybe they might be created equal, but they get off the path somehow.
There was this question that was posed one time. I stumbled across it on like one of those flyer posts on social media. Would you want your son to marry a woman like you? I was like, ooh, that's a good question. And it was an adjustment question. Let me adjust my love language to my son, because I do want him to have somebody that's fabulous as me. But I want her talking right to him,
caring,
loving, feminine,
considerate. I want her considerate. I want her. Oh, let me deal with this real quick. Those that are in relationships that think that they are doing everything in a relationship, you're probably wrong. You're not doing it all. It's just the way that Satan comes at you and makes you feel, because you might be doing a lot, but you're not doing it all. So it's important for you to never marginalize the other person based upon you believing that you're doing everything in a relationship and that your value is so much greater than their value.
That's pride.
Yeah.
To be that way, that's prideful. There is absolutely zero way. Apostle J, okay, so we have Outside of Kingdom at Hand and Dr. Jamila Carey and the books and the teas and the anointed oils and all that good stuff. We have JSC Construction. I'm on the paperwork because I am C. That is J. But I ain't slinging nobody hammer. I'm not demolitioning anything. I'm not trying to put a tile down, put a nail in the wall. None of it. I don't care for that. I ain't trying to carry no heavy stuff. I ain't trying to tell people, no, paint this part right here. I ain't interested. My work is emotional and mental. I do all the marriage counseling. and they're pising with the saints. But both jobs have their strengths and their weaknesses. He can't come in here and say, you ain't getting nothing today. Because I 9 times out of 10, I done cried with the saints. Something bad has happened. I've been on the phone like,
on the phone 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Come on, man. That's a job in and of itself. Make sure the house runs is a job in and of itself. Just like I got to make sure that business runs, she got to make sure her business runs.
And then because I work from here, I'm also, my father and mother, thank God for them. They pick up my kids and stuff like that. And they drop, for me in school. So I keep working. But guess what? When they get in, the moment they get in, take your clothes off, wash up, do the mouthwash, take your vitamins, do your homework. I want to see your homework. I want to make sure it's done. Like I sign papers for your homework. Blah, blah, blah. Do your chores. It better be done so I like it. I am militant that way because I only want to see straight A's. People going off to college, homework done. I don't want to hear nothing from their teachers. Negative. Okay. And I want their chores done in excellence. You're not allowed to tell us I clean the bathroom and the mirrors is dirty.
It's still looking crazy.
Or the dishes aren't clean right, and yesterday's lipstick is on today's cup. Like
yeah.
All of that is under my jurisdiction. And I try to make sure that all that's done before he comes in.
Yeah. And when I'm at home, that's under my jurisdiction. I make sure that all the homework is done. I make sure that all the chores are done. I make sure I'm cleaning up as well. So, and I just want to get rid of that whole stigma of this is a woman's thing or this is a man's thing. This is your family thing.
I'm just saying because I'm here. Because this is my family. Those are my kids. 9 times out of 10, if the pile of clothes in the laundry room isn't his, they're mine. Yeah. I gotta wash clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The responsibilities are piled up on both partners all the time. I want to just say this: never feel like you're the partner that's doing everything. Always feel like you're the partner that's a part of the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you start feeling that way, you'll actually start to drive your partner away. You'll actually drive them out of the house because you devalue them. Place value on them and they'll place value back on you.
Yeah, don't minimize each other, what they're doing.
Yeah.
Just because you might go out or you feel like your job is more physical. If your wife stays at home with the kids, that doesn't mean her job isn't physical. That means her job is emotional, and it is indeed draining. Because when you're dealing with children.
Yeah, or even those that be like, well, I go out and I make the money, so I make the rules. That's not the way you run that. Because then one day when she makes or he makes $1 million, and when he starts making the rules, you're not gonna like you're not gonna like that person. Be the person that's awesome, whether you have a lot of money or you don't have a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I know it's funny we're talking about relationships and favor, but this is how you get favor. You get favor by treating people like husbands and wives. But people don't know how to treat each other inside of relationships. They don't know how to be relational. Come on, y'all. If y'all done learned something on today, or you've reheard something today and you enjoyed it, put the fire emoji up inside the comment section for me, all right? Or the heart emoji up in the comment section.
And we might have to do I'm gonna have to write that down so we remember. I already write it down now because I be there. We getting old out here. We're not those spring chickens that started out in 2017. Something is happening after the pandemic.
Prophet Andre Graham, he said, you ain't never lying. Sister Kendra says, yes. Courtney says, amen. Iris says, this is truth right here.
We're going to talk about femininity, y'all.
Yeah, I think it's important that we go even further inside of that.
Because it needs to be, the roles need to be clearly defined. Because this whole strong, I'm going to say this in terms of me being a Black woman, because I know it transcends into uh Caucasian women, Latina women, Hispanic women, where this ungodly, I'm supposed to be strong, lie. Okay, they're from different portals, because for Black women it's through slavery, for Caucasian women it's through the transition between Europe and America, and the responsibility that was placed upon them, inside of building America. For Latina women, it's from the getting pushed down and suppressed from California into what we know as Mexico. So it's different portals by which this strong woman thing is supposed to come through. We're going to talk about that, because no, it's wrong.
Yeah. And until someone shares with you sometimes how to be, you're probably being the way you were taught to be. And maybe what you were taught has gotten you the results you have now. And if you are not happy with those results, you may want to hear something different. I think it's important to hear something different, because if you never hear anything different, you'll always be the same.
And I just refuse at this point in my age in life. Like I said, I'm not trying to ride over my husband's head. In ministry, I'm a commander. Bless you. I'm militant. Bless you. My approach is, I want my spiritual sons and daughters, my apostolic sons and daughters, to rise in their callings. And we disciple. But I'm not discipling my husband. So the same veracity that which I preach and teach and disciple, I'm not doing that to him. I had a preacher come on. He said, "You speak. You're outspoken." I am. When you saw everything in the home, he said, "No, Dr. J runs this house." Yeah, he bans the house. I know my position. I don't have to band anything together. That's not my calling. I just keep stuff flowing. That's it. Order. That's it. I ain't gotta do this extra. And let me correct this old false doctrine that's out there. Oh, well, my job is just to respect them. It ain't safe for me to love them. Yeah, it does. Where does it say it? Genesis chapter 3. He said, your affection will be for your husband only. So if you don't love your husband, but you respect him, how do you treat him? You can still be stank and be respectful.
You can't, you know what? Let me say this. You can't be respectful and stank, because your stankiness is disrespect. Your bad attitude is disrespect. It is not loving, nor is it's not godly. And it doesn't necessarily matter what is going on. You should be godly. Most 96% of the time, I'll give you 4% where you might miss the mark. But my God, 96% of the time, you should be a good woman and a good man. It shouldn't be this whole I'm going to act nasty to them under the guise of God.
Never. And the other thing is, I need the church to stop putting all this responsibility on women. This patriarchal society within the church has to be broken off. Oh, if you're just a good woman and holy, you're going to draw a good man. How about the men be good too? And they're sent to us good. They're sent to us without porn addictions. They're sent to us without masturbation addictions. They're sent to us without lusting after other women, and every woman they see, they got to look at her. How about that? How about we put some expectations on men for holiness? Because all of that stuff will still tear up your house, and then you'll be sitting here talking about something. God, I trusted in you, and you brought me a bone. We need to deal with all of that.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen.
So we're going to talk about it all, family. But we about to sign off, because we've been on here for 1 hour and 8 minutes and 56 seconds. That went quick.
That went pretty fast.
I hope y'all have fun with us on tonight, y'all. Look, check that Shop Now tab for all of our stuff. Y'all can't see it, but Sexploitation is right there.
Yeah, we got books. We have tea. We have all types of great products for you. For those that are like, man, I don't really want to drink coffee every day. We have tea for you. Go ahead, buy our tea and sit with your husband or sit with a loved one or even your boyfriend and girlfriend. Have some tea. They're going to be like, where you get this tea from? Tell them about us. Tell them what we believe in, and stand with us for uniting relationships and having good relationships. And look. I do believe that God has a special person for every single person on the face of the planet. You should have your special person. All right. If you have trouble keeping that special person or doing good with that special person, buy our books. Look at our books. We're about to write several more books. They're all about to come on out. We have a beautiful publisher. They are absolutely phenomenal with what they do. They made our books beautiful. All right. So go ahead, purchase our latest book. It is beautifully written. It has been edited, published. It is awesome. You can find it by hitting the Shop Now tab on this very page, even Amazon. It'll get it there. It'll get it to you. All right. So go ahead.
One more time. We in Chicago, Sunday, November 13th. You need to meet us in Chicago on 63rd Street for our celebration. It's going to be awesome. Yes, we do still have the Zoom meetings on Sunday.
You should join us in there. Everyone knows about Zoom. Download Zoom. If you want to get into our meetings on our pages, we'll tend to go ahead and post the Zoom meeting and all of that stuff. But if not, all you got to do is inbox us and we'll send you the link. Easy. We want to send you the link. We want you to join us on Zoom. All right. It's a part of our goal to help as many people see God as possible. And so we have a huge goal. We're starting a lot of churches. So help us do that. Join us. Be a part of what God is doing on the earth. All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
A blessing.
We love y'all. Have a good night. Bye.